Hey guys, today we are going to do step 1 of your Pop Art Selfie. You're going to be creating a self-portrait after Pop Artist Roy Lichtenstein. So here's some of the works we've seen in class. He uses bold lines of varying widths to get highlights and shadows. He uses Ben-Day dots to get lighter tones, and he sticks to a palette of red, yellow, and blue, primary colors plus black and white. To do that, you're going to need a self-portrait that you've already printed out. You're going to need a piece of tracing paper. You are also going to need a pencil. I would use a regular pencil like an HB or a number 2, but for the demonstration I'm going to use an ebony pencil just so that you guys can see my lines. And so you are going to line up your tracing paper over your self-portrait, and you're going to trace your face, your top, just everything except for the background. And I want you to think about, as you go, really what are the important parts that you need to trace. Because just like we watched in the video, sometimes in comics, you don't need, the whole line of everything. Maybe you just need, a line or two for the nose. Somehow with our eyes, we read 2 lines as a nose, right? So think about the things that are important and the things you want to skip, right? This is the part where we get to go, oh, maybe I can even forget about some of myself, right? Some of us, we don't love to look at ourselves all the time. So think about what you want to trace and what you want to leave. If you're having trouble seeing, you can pick up your piece of paper and kind of check yourself out. It's a certain amount of inhibitions you gotta let go. Looking at yourself, whoa, that looks so weird. And that's okay. When you're done tracing, you can kind of take your tracing paper separately, pick it up and see if there's any kind of areas you want to change. So I'm going to look at this and I'm going to actually add some more of these lines to my hair. I'm going to line it back up as best I can. And this is your chance to take a look at the top copy, take a look at your photo, see, what changes do I really want to make, and go in there and do it. So sometimes, as you'll see as I'm working, it's not even about adding lines, it can be about taking them away. And sometimes it's just about erasing them and doing that section over. Like nose and mouth, those are toughies. When you feel comfortable, fabulous. But if you don't, fix it. Fixing it now in this stage is going to make sure that your end product, your selfie that is all complete, looks the best. Okay, so when you're done tracing, just take a second, take your picture out, put your picture aside, and then you're going to grab your 9x12 white paper, and you're actually going to flip over your tracing paper. And the way that you're going to get the image that you drew onto your white paper is you're going to take your nice sharpened pencil. This is definitely something you want to have the pencil sharp for. And you are going to trace over the image that you just drew. And as you press in, your pencil is going to press your image into the paper. Just like that. This is a good spot to mention that you're pressing hard, but not so hard that you go through the paper. You want to strike a balance. Go slow, press hard, go along all the lines that you drew. You have to kind of be focused just to make sure you don't miss any. So once you're done tracing, you can pick up your tracing paper. You should see the imprint of what you traced underneath. And now's a good time to check, hey, is there anything I skipped? Like I can see that I skipped this area right here on my neck, and I skipped this arm right here is missing. So let me just go back and kind of put those in before I put this aside. Okay, I'm going to check this side just to double check myself. Oh, I'm missing a whole shoulder and whatnot, so let me do that. Okay, so now I'm ready to go. And the next thing I'm going to do is now I have kind of some decisions to make in terms of how do I want to use my primary colors, right? Where do I want to put Ben-Day dots? Where do I want to use maybe some stripes to make shading? And how I want to do that. So that's your next kind of like, okay, take a second and think. And when you are ready, you can move to step 2 and watch the second video. See ya.